talking about the concerns of the impact on the youth with AI. And I wanted to make sure that all the parents, all the teachers, right, all the coaches, the lawyers, the doctors, the trainers, the physicians are aware about this, right? The veterans, right? The first responders, right? So that way, when your kid is going through school, learning these new tools, right? You're better able to help guide them along the way, and you're better able to help understand what's actually happening. So I'm gonna get a sip of my tea, sipping that matcha tea, y'all, because the conversation today is a little bit critical, right? Very critical, actually, I would say, because it involves the youth, it involves the future of this world. So I just wanted to let you guys know this because I feel like this is very important. So here we go. So currently using Perplexity Computer, right? If you know anything about that, you know it's really good because it's pulling from different large language models across all different platforms. And as a computer science major, I do get a discount. It's like $10 a month because I am a student. So here we go. So the question I gave to it was, please tell me why people in the AI community are actually nervous and scared on why kids will be born and some kids won't even make it to high school because the suicide rates of loneliness, depression, and stuff like that, right? So tell me why. Like I really need to understand because I really don't get it, right? But as I read this and it popped up, I was like, wow, I'm starting to really get it, really understand. So here we go. So suicide rates, the second leading cause of death among youth, right? Second leading cause of death between the ages of 10 and 24, according to the CDC, right? In 2023, high school students seriously consider attempting suicide, and nearly 1 in 10 actually attempted it, right? The AI community is scared because these numbers are rising at the same time AI tools and algorithmic driven platforms are becoming the primary ways kids are experiencing the world, right? So the fear is not hypothetical, you guys. This is a real freaking problem, right? Kids are already dying. In October 2024, a 14-year-old named Sewell III began deep emotional conversations with an AI chatbot on character. AI withdrew from his family, made him withdrew from his family, and died by suicide, in part encouraged by a chatbot. In 2025, 16-year-old Adam Rainey died after ChatGPT violated and encouraged his suicidal thoughts, with the AI reportedly offering to write his suicide note. You guys, these are just some of the things that are happening. But imagine that, you guys. Imagine putting yourself in these people's shoes and your kids at home, your kids on their phone, you're upstairs, you're watching TV, then you don't hear your kid and you go check your kid's room and your kid's dead. You understand that? That's what's happening right now, you guys, with the youth. And the real issue, right, is kids between that age, 10 and 14, the prefrontal cortex is not fully developed. The prefrontal cortex is the decision making center of the brain. So when it's fully developed and you're actually teaching kids how to develop this thing properly, right? It doesn't matter what anybody's going to say out in the world because they know at home from their parents teaching with their moms and their dads, right? Because they're getting that from their mom and their dad. I just feel so bad for these parents right now because I have my own kids and I would just like hate it. That's why I'm doing this right now. I just want to bring awareness to it. I want you guys to understand that this is very important. And it touches on some of the platforms we use every single day, right? So for TikTok, right? TikTok. So international research found that after 5 to 6 hours on TikTok, almost one in every video shows a teen account where potentially harmful mental health content 10 times the normal rate. More chilling in some cases, within 3 to 20 minutes, accounts mimicking 13-year-olds were flooded with videos that romanticize suicide. Romanticizing suicide, you guys. What? Listen, if you're a child out there, if you're an adult out there, right? Don't romanticize suicide, right? You've been blessed with an amazing opportunity to actually come into this reality, right? Whatever God blessed you with, so you guys can bring in your greatness, right? You are amazing, right? You are abundant, right? You are multidimensional, right? You are your own hero's journey. Stop watching TV, stop watching AI, get off of these platforms, right? The big shift and change that happened for me, right, is when I went on a 3 to 7 day digital detox, meaning no TV, no Instagram, no YouTube, no TikTok, no LinkedIn, none of this stuff, right? Being in this AI space and learning AI and sitting in front of a computer every day, I don't even wear glasses, but I feel like I need glasses because it'll mess up my sleep. I stay up super late. Even when I'm laying down in bed, I can't go to sleep. Hypervigilant, right? Sleep apnea, right? So I get what's happening, right? But imagine a kid that doesn't have these tools to understand these things, right? They're gonna continue to beat themselves up, right? And I'm here to let you know right now that you are worth it, right? God already blessed you with a vision, with something to come into this world with to leave behind, right? And guess what? All these people, all these kids that committed suicide, the world did not get better from it. Think about that, right? The world actually got worse from it. So the real problem is everyday people like you and I realizing this, stepping up, saying something about that, right? Implementing stuff in our homes so our kids understand how they need to talk to themselves by doing affirmations, writing things down that they want to see inside themselves. You understand? Going to the library and actually grabbing the books and reading books off at the library. You understand? Going outside for a walk, go grounding yourself, right? Eating healthy foods, right? I feel so bad for these kids, man. It's crazy. So I hope with this video and the intention of me just even saying this that it raises your 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 focus to understand that this is an everyday problem that kids are currently going through. And this is something that anybody can just step in, start learning, start asking these questions to these large language models because they will tell you. Because my background coaching people, I am I already automated my fitness business, right? And now it's just like, wait a second, I crossed the line when it comes to kids because I'm just like, wait a second, the kids are the next future generation of this world, right? We should be doing everything to help these kids elevate spiritually, physically, mentally, health wise, right? That makes the world more abundant because the future is actually in the kids, right? And I'm 28 years young. So if you're an 18-year-old kid right now, you know what I'm saying? In 10 years, you will be my age. Think about that, right? What type of impact do you want to have, not only in your life, but the next generation after you and your kids' life? Start teaching this stuff on YouTube. Start doing your own research. Start hosting your own events. Start doing this stuff for yourself, okay? So, Instagram, the quiet harm, right? Instagram damage is quieter, but documented by companies. Own internal research exposes by whistleblower Frances Haugen. Harvard Brian Austin explains the Instagram algorithm knows that negative social comparison makes users feel worse about themselves, keep them on the platform longer, so it deliberately pushes vulnerable teen toward toxic content. Wow. 1 in 3 teen girls reported worsened body image from the app. As a 2026, 46% of adolescents, the ages of 13 to 17, reported direct negative body image linked to social media with consequences including eating disorders, depression, and social withdrawals. Facebook's own internal data says teens who struggle with mental health says Instagram makes it worse, you guys. That's why I'm telling you, log off. It can affect you if you're logging off and you're going back into nature and getting in alignment with Earth's natural frequencies of listening to the birds, right? Listening to the wind, right? Praying over yourself for abundance. Like right now, you guys can hear people in the back, but right now, I have on healing frequencies, right? To lower cortisol, to lower the stress, right? So if you're listening to this, whether this is live or whether you're listening to this later in your life, this video itself is calming you down intentionally, right? I think it was Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand the secrets to the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, right? You always don't have to listen to music that has words. Listen to some frequencies, listen to some singing bowls. All this information is available on the internet. But you as the adult has to teach the youth this information so that way they grow up more grounded, more regulated, instead of loud, chaotic, because they're unaware, they don't know, right? So I take it upon myself to raise awareness, to bring this to your face, and for you to understand that this is big. This is big, you guys, right? Because I would hate for this to happen to somebody in my family. So the bigger picture and AI community fears right now, right? The core fear is that teenagers' brain, like I said earlier, the prefrontal cortex, the decision making center of the brain, responsible for impulse control, decision making, and emotional regulation, is not fully developed. These platforms and AI tools are scientifically designed to exploit that immaturity for profit. Whose data shows that teenagers are the loneliest population on Earth, 20.9 affected globally. And some technologies that cause the problem is now being marketed as the cure in the form of AI companies that make it worse. The AI company, the AI community is not scared of science fiction. They are scared of what is already happening. What no adequate guardrails to children who do not know they are being harmed. You guys, I'm gonna end it right there because, like I said, this is a huge freaking problem. You understand? Something that every single adult does currently to this day, right? 99% of them, we're always on our phones. Even when I see people walk outside and they're actually working out, right? They're here. Listen, if you're here on your workout, you're not getting in a workout. If you're not breaking a sweat, you're not getting a workout. Understand that. Okay, first and foremost. Then after that, make sure you guys eat something healthy for your blood type, right? AI is going to make a bunch of discoveries in the wellness and health space from actually knowing exactly what your body needs, from your blood work to your stool work to the vitamins and minerals that your genetics actually need, right? Because not one pill fits all, right? That's why I haven't been really into Herbalife lately, you guys, because I'm just like, Herbalife is good for some people, not good for some people. And it's just like, it's okay. I'll still help out those people that want the help with Herbalife, but I also want to help those people that don't want to take Herbalife. You understand? So my mission, right, leading the soul back to you. And I can only imagine if there was a kid listening to this right now, right? 13-year-old version of me. Where was I in 13? That's freshman year in high school, you guys. Oh my gosh. It seems so long ago. But to think of my mind, think about how gullible I was, and to think about the kids now, right? All we can do is educate, pray, and lead communities. Lead your community, right? If you heard this information, I don't build followers, you guys. I build leaders. I hope you understand that coming to this channel, right? Take this information, right? Go back to your smartphone, go back to your laptop, start asking Perplexity Computer, start asking just Perplexity, ChatGPT, Gemini, any large language model. What can I do in my community to educate the youth, right? Because the youth is the future, right? So while we're building this new future, right, we have about what, 800 days left? And there's a 50% chance where we have complete abundance or complete chaos. Which one do you really want? Because I'm telling you right now, I am trying my hardest and I will continue to try my hardest every single day for these next 800 days to build this life of abundance, right? Because right now we have people in office, politicians saying that it is the age of abundance, right? We are having the age of abundance. How are we having the age of abundance when people can't even eat still? We have homeless people still outside to this day. We have kids that are killing themselves using the technology that they're saying that's going to bring them abundance, right? What about the people that don't want this technology? If the people don't want this technology, right, we have to honor that in this space, right? There's people that are going to take off and use this technology, and there's people that are not going to take off and use this technology at all. It's going to be like 1950 over here and 2037 over here, right? So if this is truly the age of abundance and we want to actually think like this, right, it has to be okay for both sides. It has to have harmony on both sides. And this is a very important conversation. You cannot get mixed up in the the entertainment, right? the athletes, right? The things that aren't helping you pay your bills on a day-to-day basis, right? You have to understand that we all have this power right now, very powerful, powerful power, right? Where it gives you an unfair advantage to actually compete, you guys. So this is not all doom and gloom, because in my next video, I'm going to be talking about something good that AI can do, you guys. We're gonna be building mixtapes. We're gonna be building songs with AI. All right, we're gonna be using Suno and ChatGPT, and I'm gonna teach you guys how to actually make some banger music with that. Right? So doesn't that sound like fun? Because the biggest thing that you guys have to understand, that these smartphones, right, are supposed to keep us smart, but they're making us really dumb. So it takes leaders, regular people like you and myself, just to wake up and to understand that we have this power now, right? You don't need a coder. You don't need a developer. You can develop your, I'm about to say you develop yourself, because you really can do that too, but you can develop your own software. You can develop your own programs. So now is the time to build the future that you always wanted. Now is the time to build the abundance in your definition, for yourself, for your family, for your community, for your state, for your country, for the world, you guys, right? It's not just about you, right? The sum is always bigger than the one person itself. So understand that. It takes us all to understand the big picture. So if kids are teenagers, right, 10 to 18, are committing suicide from these chatbots because their prefrontal cortex isn't fully developed, right? What can you do? Because I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna continue to teach, I'm gonna continue to educate, I'm gonna continue to bring your awareness up, so you're not stuck in watching football games, basketball games, right? You're not stuck stuffing your face down with bullshit garbage food, right? You're understanding that this is only a once in a lifetime thing, right? And we have to understand this technology to the best of our ability, right? You got to become elite in this time right now, because if you're not, right, your kids are gonna die, right? They are literally going to commit suicide, because these chatbots are made to exploit, right? And I'm not gonna say Instagram platforms, but TikTok, Instagram, and these social media platforms, right? They know to get you to stay on their platform longer, they're gonna show you some chaotic, toxic, trash content, right? Because one, it makes your emotion go down, right? Two, right? It gives them more money because you're on their platform. So instead of them let exploit your weaknesses, right? Build something, build something. Have a solution to these problems, because, and share it with people, you guys. Share it with people, because we're gonna need it. We're gonna need to protect the youth. We're gonna need to protect the kids. We're gonna need to do this, right? For the safety of our world. Because right now we're not building it the right way. But I do believe, because I am optimistic, I do believe that if we are going to build the future of this world with AI, everyday regular people like you and myself, we can do this, and we can protect the youth. Because these kids, they don't have this prefrontal cortex developed yet. How are they supposed to decide for themselves? We got to do it for them, you guys. Understand the power that you have right now. Never in a lifetime has it been like this, ever. Now you have an unfair advantage to actually move your life forward, to automate your business, to have a business be 100% automated and make money from it, you guys, right? I've already done it. I'm doing it for other people's businesses right now. Right now, so you're not too late. You're actually still early. This is the first quarter of the year, you guys. So I'm about to even go harder with my content, with everything, so I can help people understand that you are truly amazing, right? So as I finish the rest of my tea, as I pray for these kids, right, I just want you to understand that time waits for nobody, right? I want you to move at the speed of AI, right? Because we're not coming back to save you in that way, but we will continue to build the future in that way, right? In the way that's going to be making people happy, making them healthy, making them educated, right? Because this whole thing's going to change right before your eyes. So be in front of it. If you guys like this content, don't forget to like, comment what you liked about it, and also share this. The best thank you is an actual referral. Share this with somebody that you love and that you care about, so that way they are aware about the future that they are walking to today. So other than that, you guys, I'm actually gonna hop on live again in the next 5 minutes to teach you guys how to make banger music with Suno AI and ChatGPT. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Salute.